What's going on, Queen?
Hello. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. We feel that energy all over this phone.
Let's go.
Man, it been a while. It been a while.
Listen, it's been I was thinking about that. I said, you see how God made things full circle? When I started in 2017 or 18, I came to your event space
Mm-hmm.
and did my first one for 2 hours. 15 people showed up. I think 13 signed up. And we started doing their nonprofit and coaching now.
Consistency. Consistency.
Consistency.
That's what I'm talking about, Queen. I'm proud of you,
Yes.
your husband, Ree, the whole fam. Like, so I just want to start off saying that first, because me and Ree go back even further. Like, so that like
Way back.
you know, Ree was in the field with me, man. We was in the field shooting videos. He was making sure we was right and making sure everything was organized. So like we go back, y'all. There's some history on this device right here. Some history
It's
right
some
here.
history. And being consistent is the
Yes.
key, because I remember she said, Mom, remember I used to go out with Dante? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, we can run his event space. We can host your event.
Yeah.
And so we did that, but I've been running ever since, helping people start, structure, operate, fund their nonprofit organization. And it's like up here, right? I'm ready. It's like a movement that we're doing. If you ain't listen, Dante, you need a nonprofit.
Facts, like I ain't gonna lie. We all like I was just saying we all need nonprofits that we gotta
Yes.
move it around. I know we went straight in, but what I want you to do is introduce yourself and tell the people what it is that you do.
Okay. Hey guys, my name is Crystal R. Durham. I am the go-to for all things nonprofit. And so if you ever had a passion, or you think about, listen, I've always wanted to help. I see these kids in the street, or I want to be a mentor. I want to take the homeless off the street, right? You have this idea in your head, but you don't know how to get it done. I am your girl. I will help you to launch your nonprofit in 90 days through my impact circle, where you will structure, operate, and at the end, fully fund a nonprofit organization. So that's me. I'm Crystal R. Durham, and on Instagram, I'm Mr. and Mrs. Durham.
I love it. I love it. Let me ask you, before you was doing the nonprofit, what were you doing? Like I want to know before that, before.
Okay, so before I did the nonprofit, I was into retail. So I had like 15 years in experience in retail. I was working at Marshalls and Lennox as one of their store managers. I was doing the merchandising. I love it. Merchandising. My thing, I thought I was going to be a merchandiser or a district manager for Marshall. That was my goal. That's what I was aiming for. And but I got custody of my sister's children had went into foster care, and we had to get them out. Like, no, they're not staying in foster care. This is not we're going to do, because we always thought, what would happen to them if they age out the system? Would they have a place to go? Would they even know who we were? And so we got my sister kids out of foster care. And so when I got full custody of them, it was like I was doing 60 hours. So I had no time to spend with them. It was like I was working, they were going to daycare, and I had a nanny. Because my goal was, I'm going to go out here and get this money. I'm going to be a district manager. I'm going to make six figures. That was my goal. But God's purpose for my life was not that. And so when I seen they begin to struggle, they begin to fail in school, act out in school, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to give up this career. And so when I gave it up, when I went in, I resigned. They were like, why? I said, because they need me. Like they're with us, and but I wasn't raising them. They were with me, but I wasn't raising them.
Yeah.
And so I just let go. When I let go of everything, Dante, I tell you, I lost everything. I lost a job, I lost my car, I lost our big home that we had. And so we just moved into my son's 1-bedroom apartment. I stayed there and went to school. I went back to school, got educated in childcare. So I started becoming a director on the after school program, so that I can be there for the children, right? So I can be there for my kids. We adopted them, right? So they're at mine now.
Yeah.
But they were very, very young. And so when I was at work one day, I was sitting at work and I just felt like I wasn't fulfilling purpose, right? I felt like, I know when Cherie was in school, we were bringing in girls in our home for 90 days, helping them out, teaching them soft skills, teaching them home economics, cooking, cleaning. You know, parents would have me take them in, go to court and give me their children for 90 days. And all I had was the love of God. I didn't have anything else. All I had was God. My story. I was raped when I was molested when I was a child. I was raped. I was molested. I was kidnapped. I was an alcoholic. I was on drugs. I was homeless. I was physically and mentally abused. So all I had was my life experience to share with the girls, but not knowing that God was going to send me a girl who had been sex trafficked, 14 years old, we call it prostitution then, into my home, and she get delivered. Get free. And so when I moved to Atlanta, I'm like, good, I got the kids, I'm good, I ain't trying to do all of that. But I was sitting at work and I started feeling like I wasn't fulfilling purpose. Like I was just going to work, getting a paycheck, taking care of my sister's kids. And when God told me that he wanted me to help age out foster youth, and I was, how, what does that mean? Like, start a nonprofit? What is a nonprofit? Like, am I going to get money? Like, I had no clue. I had no clue what he wanted me to do, Dante. Like, I had just gotten married, and here I am. My husband had 3 kids. I had 4, all under the age of 18. I come home, got fired, come home and tell him I want to start a nonprofit. Dang, like, like 7 kids. Talking about, I just married this man 6 months ago. So, but I knew I had to do it. And I said to him, I promise I will not take a dime out of the household to fund the organization. If God want me to do this, God gonna show me how to fund it. And to this day, we have not had to take money out. We have $1 million nonprofit organization. God fully fund everything. We have 35 corporate sponsors, and I have 9 amazing board members. And so that's what launched me into my destiny when I came into your space, was me, because I started my nonprofit, started getting success, and everybody's like, how did you do it? How did you do it? And here come Bree with her creativity, putting my stuff together, hearing me doing what I'm doing for free, put my stuff together. Before I know it, I'm out here fulfilling purpose, not just for my nonprofit, but for other people who have the same desire, right? Other people who saying, listen, I really want to help somebody, but I don't know how. Because the biggest thing, Dante, was with me when I started, I had nobody to help me. You would go to people that look like me and be like, can you tell me how to do my nonprofit? It was like, girl, you just Google it. I don't know, figure it out. So I said, if I ever learned how to be successful in this, that I wanted to do this, not knowing God was going to set me up, where now I have a whole company, not just a business. My business went from a business to a company now. I have a team. We're going to be the largest nonprofit firm. I'm declaring that in the atmosphere, because when you say it, you go like, she came to my building first. I know her.
I love it, and the real reason I really love it, because for me, I was that kid in and out of foster care, you know. So my mother was on dope, and then literally, my sister grandmama came and saved us, so we didn't get committed to the state, right?
Yes.
So I understand that whole purpose, right? Before any of this, before I became Dontel Antonio, I was this kid from Chicago, in and out, like not understanding life. So I understand that a whole lot, and that's why I serve, and that's why I impact, because it took people like you to pour into people like me, in order for me to have a success in this world, right? And so I commend you on your mission, because what you're doing is helping build leaders, because most people that actually went through that want to help more people because somebody helped them.
Yes, right? That's it. That's amazing. So I need you on my board. I need to need you on my nonprofit board, right? Because the foster care system, I mean, you know, we can't discredit them. We thank God for them having at least a place and trying to find places for us to go. But if a family member can step up, and that's what my mom taught me, if we're able to step up and help somebody, because I would have want my sister, if I was on drugs the way I was, and if I was bad as she was, I would have want somebody in my family to step up and take my children. And so when parents are able to do that, it really helps that child, because I got the twins, they're 18 years old now. You know, the other two, it was 4 of them. The other one is 27 now, and the other one is be 21 in March. So 4 children out of 7 kids we took our last 4, but we finally was able to adopt them. One, she has a CNA, she just graduated, and the other one works at Amazon, but he wants to go to school to do computers. So just to see them not on drugs, not in the street, not pregnant, you know, really good kids. You know, sometimes get on my nerve, but they really good kids. I thank God that I did it, even though in the beginning it was rough. It was hard. I had no assistance. I had nobody to help me. I had to really grind when I got them with myself and God. And so, impact, babe, impact.
I love it. I love it. And I preach a thing called, creative entrepreneurs, right? So it's like all I must say, I am a creative entrepreneur, but the reason why is because you have entrepreneurs and you got creative entrepreneurs. See, us as creative entrepreneurs, we have a purpose that's bigger than us. See, entrepreneurs just care about business, but creative entrepreneurs care about impact and making a change. So it's a big difference. So I want to commend you, right?
Thank you.
What is the biggest disbelief people have when it comes to starting a nonprofit, and how can they change that mindset?
The biggest disbelief is that nonprofit means no profit. That they gotta beg and borrow. That is the biggest disbelief. It's like soon as they come in, like, I want to get grants, I want people to give me some money. No. All I did was serve my community, and the money came to me. That's all I did. Is when you serve, God will open the door, because somebody's going to see you're serving and say, oh, let me go help that person. That person, I never had to beg for not one dime in my nonprofit organization. So their biggest myth is that they think that nonprofit means poor. Actually, a nonprofit can be very profitable. It can be very, very profitable. CEOs of nonprofits get paid anywhere from $98,000 all the way to over $167,000 a year. And that's because they put the right person in place to move that nonprofit mission forward. So that is the biggest, that's the biggest thing people think. Nonprofit means nonprofit. No, it doesn't. It just means tax exempt for your nonprofit organization. That's what that means.
That down. You know, that's the number one. Everybody like, man, I don't want to do a nonprofit yet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I got to get the money first. I got to get here first. And it's like, what is some of the benefits? Like, let's see if your main thing of for-profit, what is some of the benefits of having a nonprofit? Of course, write-offs and stuff like that, but
right. But let me tell you, so me as a business owner, right, what I do is I donate 30% of my gross to my nonprofit organization. That helps me to create a bigger impact in my community. So not only am I able to help serve age-out foster youth, let's think about a parent that may call me, get ready to lose her rent, get ready to be evicted, someone whose car broke down. That gives me more revenue money that I can say, boom, show up, show me your documents, sign this paper, here you go, from my nonprofit organization. So when you have a business, and I get a tax write-off, so it's a 2 for 1. I'm going to get a tax write-off, and I'm going to be able to help more people in my community. So that is the benefit of having a nonprofit. Think about all these large organizations, Coca-Cola, foundations. They donate 30%. And another thing about that, if you have a foundation, you not only donate 30% to your nonprofit organization, 5% you can donate to smaller nonprofit organizations that you have a passion for, right? So say like I have this big foundation, but I serve this group of people, age out, but I want to help homeless. And I find a nonprofit organization that's serving homeless, I can give them 5% of what I make. So there are so many benefits in having a nonprofit. I don't see who couldn't. Anybody have a business, not having a nonprofit, you missing the trend. You're missing the movement.
Yo, if you on here,
movement.
If you on here and you got a business, I want to see fire emojis in the chat right now. If you got a business, and so tell me, for you, what do impact mean?
Impact means changing somebody's life, right? Taking them from this position to the next position. So think about age out foster youth, right? They're out in the street. They're probably doing drugs, probably stealing because they're trying to survive. They're on the street, they're clothed. But if I can take them in and teach, see, now my thing, I don't feed them fish. I teach them how to fish. And see, that's the problem with the homeless. We always feeding them, setting up lines, giving them soup. But have you taught them how to make that soup? That's when we're talking about making a difference in our community. When I can take this individual from A to B, financial literacy, home economics, how to build a business, how to start a business, then that is when we say we have impact.
I love it. I love it.
No more feeding them. I say stop feeding the homeless.
That's
stop
hard.
feeding the homeless.
Right. I like impact for me is really, really big, right? And I believe that we are online and sometimes we get brainwashed by everybody, talking about money and income instead of, talking about impact and teaching leaders how to go and lead.
Yeah.
Don't teach me don't tell me, I make this amount of money. I don't care about that. Tell me, how can I make a difference in the world? Because that's what lasts forever. See,
that's
you
what
can
lasts.
make an income right now and can't make it again next month or next year. Yeah. But if you make impact and you keep building that impact, stack up like a Sears Tower or something like that. So that's what I want you to understand. For me, impact is really making a difference. See, the things that you do today is generational. That impact you cause today go for your kids, those kids. And that's what it means to me. So when I'm teaching people how to create impactful content, it's so they can resonate with their audience, so they can serve on a higher level. And if you serve, it's going to come back regardless. Reciprocity is real. It's going to come back.
It's going to come back.
Serve. But you got to think about the people. Because if you think about the people, like everything that I'm hearing from you is you thought about them kids and you did whatever you had to do to help them kids no matter what. That's the difference. When you build an impact, you're going to sacrifice everything to make that difference.
That's it. That's impact. That's impact. That's impact. Sacrificing everything to make sure it happens. And so even with my impact circle, and that's why we came up with impact circle, right? Because we're impacting the world. We're impacting people. And so for me, when I was talking to the group last night, I was like, you guys, it's about being in purpose, on purpose, for purpose, right? Walking in your purpose means that you're going to walk out and make sure that everything that you're supposed to do, ain't no more dying with your thought on the inside of you, right? If you got to help one person today, if you got to call one person on the phone and impact their lives, do it. Get on there and do it, because you never know what a person could be going through. If they come up in your mind, you don't need money to impact people. All you need is you. Yes. All you need is your words. All you need is your servant, to be a servant. When God told me, I taught this class called You Are a Servant Leader of God, right? And the first one, when people used to call me a servant, I used to get mad, like, I ain't no servant. But God had to really tell me, like, no, you are created to be a servant. Yes. And you serve. When you serve people, God already sees it. And he's going to make sure that everything is taken care of that you need to do to continue to serve those people. So when he call you to a thing, all you got to do is do it. When you operate, it's called operating by faith, right? When you step out on faith and you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to start this nonprofit, I'm going to change the life. I had no money. I had 7 kids with a new husband, disadopted my sister's children. I had no money to start a nonprofit. But I had faith. I had faith to know that I was going to change somebody's life.
I love it. I love it. And so that's dope, because my community is called Content Impact, right?
Yes.
And so Content Impact, it's really I'm teaching them how to be servant leaders, 100%.
Yes.
I tell them we don't use the word influencer. We don't use the word celebrity. All of that
shit
is out the window. Excuse my language. We are servants.
Servant. That's it.
We are leading, we doing that. That's bigger, because I don't want you getting all up in the hype and all of that stuff, because that stuff fades away. Do the work, right? And so even for us, we got a 3-day boot camp, February 24th to the 26th, called Content Impact. It's 3 days of teaching them how to dominate and serve online, right? If you somebody in here, you got a business and you want to, some of my members in here, right? They down there going crazy. But if you want to really turn up on your business online and learn how to serve and impact and scale your business, I want you to
Yes.
just comment the word boot camp. Just comment the
Boot
word boot
camp.
camp.
Yeah.
Right? Comment
Comment
the
boot
word boot
camp.
camp right now. Right now. So tell us, give us the process of how to start a nonprofit.
So how to start your nonprofit? First of
The
all,
bait,
you want to have a
give us some sauce though. Not give us some sauce. Like we can be like choo choo choo.
exactly, exactly. So I'm gonna give you a deliverable, right? So when you start your nonprofit, first of all, you want to have your mission, right? What is the mission? At the end result, what are you going to be able to do for your community? So if I say I'm gonna help age out foster youth, how? What are the services I'm going to be providing? So when you come up with the ideal, because a lot of times as visionaries, we want to do a whole lot of things, right? Because I was there. But you got to think just like a niche. Your nonprofit needs to be a niche. Who you're going to serve. Who's your ideal person? For me, age out foster youth, right? If it may be homeless, but what are you going to do different than the one already doing homeless? So if you can think about, and I'm talking about the niche because that's what you need. You need a niche. You need to know who you're going to serve, right? So let's talk about a nonprofit that serves homeless. Soup Kitchen. Soup Kitchen A. They come in line. All they want to do is feed the homeless, right? Mm-hmm. So that's their mission. We just gonna feed the homeless. We're gonna serve them soup every single day. But here come another soup person says, I want to feed the homeless, but we want to shorten the lines. Mm-hmm. This is our mission. Our mission is to feed them, but shorten the lines. So the service that we're going to provide, our niche is that we're just not going to keep feeding them. We're going to find out what services and resources they need. That means that we get the things that they need, the line is going to get shorter. The line is going to get shorter, right? So that's my niche. I'm feeding the homeless, but I want to know how can I get them off the street. I'm going to find resources. I'm going to help fund wherever they need to go. I'm going to help them get their background checked. But Soup Kitchen A over here, their niche is I'm just going to feed them. That's all I'm going to do. So when you're starting your nonprofit, you want to know who are your audience. The same way if you have a business. Who are you going to serve and how are you going to provide them services to get them to the next level? What is the end result? You're going to feed me, but after I eat, what are you going to do for me next? Yes. So knowing your niche to start your nonprofit is the first thing you know, the first thing you need to know. Now, sometimes people come on a call with me. I help give them clarity because I've been there. I've been all over the place too. So I know how to reel them back in and then show them their niche. But you first want to have clarity on, just as you're starting a business, who do I want to serve? And once you know who you want to serve, then you want to know how I'm going to serve them, right? How am I going to serve them? Am I going to be resources? I'm going to provide a product, right? Because you could be a medical doctor and create a machine or something. Yeah. So you're going to have product or services, or you're going to open up a housing building. These are just some of the things that you need to know before you start a nonprofit organization. The rest of it, I got it. You know, I help you do everything. But long as you know, Crystal, I want to help age out foster youth. I was a foster child before, but this is the thing that I struggle with, Crystal. I didn't struggle with housing. I struggle with forgiving my parents. I struggle with loving again. I struggle with abandonment, rejection. So I want to teach youth how to deal with rejection. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That may be your niche. Every niche ain't the same. Mine is because I was molested, raped, kidnapped, physically, mentally abused, and most age-out foster children have went through that. Because and of course of having my sister's children, but that was what God showed me when I kept saying I wasn't in foster care. He's like, but you went through majority of everything that they went through. So purpose. I love it. Purpose.
All right, so when it comes to how long do it take for somebody to start a nonprofit? Like, let's see if they okay, I'm gonna go get my 501c3 and all of that. Like, how long on average if the paperwork is right?
Right. So exactly. So we have 100% approval rate. So when you come through me, you don't get no fails. 100% approval rate. It takes us 3 to 6 weeks to fill out your paperwork, right? And in the past, in the last ones that we've done, we have gotten them back in 30 days, some in 20 days, some in 2 weeks. It depends on the IRS, because once we submit your documents, the IRS has up to 180 days. But that doesn't stop you from working. We put you to work immediately in building your board, starting your first event, having your board meeting. So there's still work to do as the paperwork is being submitted. There is work that you still are doing.
I love it. I love it. Right. I know you haven't been on this online space too long, right? Like,
Right.
so, like, how is it, like, talk about, like, it's never been too late to chase your dreams. Like,
Oh,
really.
it's never too late. I'm 60, right? I'm 60. And all my
Where?
life,
Well, let's stop. Where? Where?
I'm 60. And all my life, I thought I had to work for a living. Go to work, be this, grow up and go move up in the company and things like that. And so, but when I started with that desire to help people, right? It's just a desire like you have. I want to impact people. I'm talking about you and influencers. Just know we're impacting people, right? And even me and my husband, when we're up dancing, we're impacting families. We're impacting husbands and wives. We're saying, oh my God, I love you guys. You're giving us so much positive energy. That's impact, right? It doesn't matter how you're doing it, where you're doing it, as long as that we're impacting others. This is my fourth marriage, right? So I talk about that. I'm so real in social media. When I came on, I didn't hold back nothing. This is what it is. I've been married, but I've always never stopped. People say, why did you get married again? Because I never chose not to. I never chose not to. I knew that I was a lovable person, and one day the right person and the right choice, I would make the right choice one day. And so social media, getting on social media was, I love it because I'm able to express who I am. I'm not ashamed of where I've come from, where I've been, because I know it's all for purpose. I have the best husband in the world, all because he loved all of my shenanigans and everything that I do. He supports me to the fullness, right? So social media, when I got on it, I didn't know what to do. I had no clue. All I know is that I wanted to be honest. I wanted to be real. And I wanted to share my life with people. That's all I had, was making sure. It just happened to come into the business world. And now people really get to see who I am. I love that people know I'm Crystal. You getting a real deal. This is not no fake marriage. We all for, coming together, growing together, and helping one another and supporting the best way we can. We impact marriages. We impact singles. We impact where we go. It's part of who we are.
I love it. Portia just asked a question. She said, what about if you already have your nonprofit formed
If you
already?
does she have a nonprofit in the state, or is it 501c3? So some people, they can register their nonprofit in the state, but they haven't did their 501c3. So Portia, is you a 501c3?
Portia, you're gonna have to comment on that one.
Right, Portia, comment. Are you a 501c3? Because if she's a 501c3, my Impact Circle, we have an annual membership, right? They can come in for $47 a month, right? Or they can do the annual for $297 for the year. But the Impact Circle is going to help them to structure. They're going to do a roadmap. We have a community where we meet on the call twice a week. Every Tuesday we do Q&A. Every third Thursday of the month we bring an expert like you in, who have people who have a nonprofit, and they come. We have a seven-figure nonprofit founder that's coming and teaching you how to strategize your nonprofit. So the community is growing. We're excited about it. I love it because these people that come on, they ready to do the work. Like I'm telling you, you know how you get your community and you got those 20 people that show up like, I'm ready to do the work. That put fire in me.
They on here right now. They on here showing up. Like, I see them here. They showing up.
Yes, that's it. They showing up. And that means that we're impacting their lives. And so now they'll be able to go impact people in their content, in their community, in their nonprofit. And so I want to bring you in because we're talking to our nonprofit founders about getting on social media with their nonprofit.
Let's go.
Right.
And start spreading. I'm there.
That's it. We got you. We get you in.
Don't worry. You just tell me when I'm there. And so with that being said, like, how was was content, like content is the most important vehicle in the world, right? But how important was it for you scaling your business?
Oh, it was very important. It was very important. And like I said, I think people got to see, for me, I wanted people to see me. And you hear a lot of people say, oh, you don't need to do this. People see you, see your family. No, I think people seeing me and my husband dancing in the kitchen help them to love me more and know that they can trust me. I think people seeing me out with my friends and building relationships and with my grandkids. I have to put my grandkids on there. So I think social media, when it comes to me, if I'm looking for somebody, I want to see a little bit of your life.
Yes.
I want to see just a little glimpse of your life. Then I'm like, oh, cool. I like them. Let me see if I can buy from them. Let me see. And then I follow them. So social media, guys, your content, it's not, for me, it's not all about the sale, right?
Yeah.
It's about giving valuable information to help somebody do something that they want to do. So I'm always giving gems. I'm always giving valuable information because I needed that. I needed that when I started, and nobody was there to give it to me. So when it comes to me getting on social media, I'm showing you how to build your board. I'm telling you what it takes to get a grant. I wish I go live more. I need to. So I need to. But however, social media, and even with my nonprofit, I have a nonprofit page. And what I did was I started putting videos up of, I use my children as if they're aging out the system. And I just did a video of my daughter where she aged out the system. She's walking the streets, get picked up, and he takes her to a home. She thinks a home, but actually it's sex trafficking. And the woman sends her out in the street. And so just doing different videos like that, people started commenting, oh my God, why are they doing this? How did this happen? You have to bring awareness. And so helping the nonprofit say, listen, you got to bring awareness, even if you got to take your phone and film something, act, and I'm good with acting. I love acting. I used to act back in the day. So I would get on there. Me and my husband would do funny stuff. We would do this crazy videos, man, just having a good time. Social media, just have fun. You don't need to be scared of social media. Just have fun.
Just have fun and be your authentic self. And that's what I really teach. I teach people how to show up as their authentic self to serve and impact, right? It's like I can teach you how to like post the content. That's cool, but you got to be you in order for it to work. You. Like you can post 20 million videos a day. That don't mean they're going to watch it. That don't mean they're going to connect with it. That don't mean none of that. So I really teach people how to serve in their content, because if you create that one piece of content one time, it has the lifespan that's longer than you going to be alive on this earth. Right?
Exactly.
If you think about it, we still listening to artists that died and gone. We still listening to their content today.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
They're gone. And we're still listening. So I did a video that went viral where me and my husband was dancing, and I still see people commenting on that. Oh my God, why y'all got bell bottoms on? I'm like, I did that video way back then. But thank you. We're having fun.
Yeah,
but
and
content, it will remain just being your genuine self, showing up in who you are, and people will connect to you. And I had one of my team members over here, and I was showing her how to do reels, and she was she probably on here, so she gonna laugh. She was like this. And so I was like, oh my God, you look like a damn mommy, like show some life, So she can't. So, but I just helping her, because sometimes it's just different, and I had to get used to doing reels. And when I first started off, to tell you the truth, I used to get on here and fall, do funny things, laugh, jump, make funny things, and everybody would just laugh and have fun. And so I don't do a lot of those falling and all that kind of videos now. I kind of grew up a little bit.
I love it.
But I still show the funny side. And so I love helping people. When they talk about reels, I absolutely love it. Let's go. Let's do it. But it's just showing your personality.
That's it.
Love
it. I love it. That's a big thing, right? So if you had $100 to your name, how would you use it to scale your business right now?
Oh, if I have $100 to my name?
Yeah, and I'm going to give you your cell phone, and I'm going to give you the phone bill paid for 30 days.
Okay, got you. So I got $100. The first thing, I will find a course that's $97 or $50-something. I will go any, because when I did my first, when I think I bought my first course from somebody, it was like maybe $97,
Yeah.
$297 or whatever. I will go buy a course or a book and invest in me, right? Self-development. I don't see, self-development. And everybody talk about this book, but this is the new one. This is the
Yeah.
new one.
I
So
read that book 4 times.
yes, self-development, right? I will spend it on self-development because I need to develop me. I need to educate me. So whatever I'm doing, I'm going to educate myself and develop myself first so that I can be ready for people. So I think if I got $100, I'm going to invest it in self-education. I'm going to get a book that's going to help move me forward.
I love it. I love it.
So what would you do with
amazing.
$100? What would you do?
What I would do with $100 is, first of all, I'll get my cell phone out and I'll use it to shoot content, and then I'll use the content to push somebody else's product or push a product I create, and then I'll use the $100 to get somebody to promote it or allow me into their community or something in that nature, so I can get the people to buy the thing.
Yes, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
So,
that's it.
With content, you can do that. And the reason why I asked that question is people think that you need to have all of this money in order to scale. We all started with $0.
Yes.
Your daughter was out in the field with me years and years and years and years ago while I was running it up, thugging it out. We was thugging it out, like really creating content. Like, and it's like, for the people that might not know, I've been shooting content for over a decade.
A decade.
Like,
yes.
And I really love this. And to be able to help so many lives and change so many lives and impact so many leaders, that's my God-given gift. And I'm beyond thankful for it. I get mad when people don't take the information and use it like they should.
Right.
But it's all right. It's all right.
Right.
That we weren't supposed to point to them today. It's okay.
Exactly. That's it.
Right. So this is what I want to do. If you on here and you would love to ask a question, please send me a request. Don't don't text it in the thing. I want you to jump on with us and I want you to ask her a question. It could be about nonprofit, it could be about business, it could be about life, whatever it is. I want you to jump on and I want you to ask the question. Do not be scared.
Don't be scared. Come on, scared things don't make moves. Let's go.
I'm waiting for the request right now. And another thing, if you on here, like I said earlier, we have a 3-day content boot camp in Atlanta, Georgia, at a nice hotel, and we got some heavy hitters that's going to teach you how to scale online. Not just content, but marketing, funnels, how to build communities, how to really scale, how to serve on a higher level. Like, it's crazy. The people that I got in the room, everybody said I should have been charging $5,000 for you to attend this event. But I said, man, I'm not gonna do that to the people. So I made it easy and digestible. All you got to do is comment the word boot camp, show up. It don't matter if you ain't in Atlanta. Get on a plane, get in the room so you can make a change in your life. It's no excuses.
No excuse.
Everything changed for you when you start getting in them rooms, right?
Everything changed when I got in, and I paid, let me tell you, I paid $10,000, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 to get in a room, but everything changed. I went to a whole nother level where my high ticket is $30,000 and $60,000. So everything changed. You can't, when you try to get stuff for free, you can forget it, because here's the key: transaction calls for transformation. When you pay that transaction, it would transform your life. It would transform your life. When you pay that transaction, when you make that deposit and you pay that fee, that's a transaction. It would transform whatever you need to do. I have seen it for myself. And I always heard, if you don't spend no money, nobody gonna spend no money with you. If you ain't willing to spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, nobody gonna spend that with you. They're gonna dime and nickel your business. So if you want real money, you need to spend real money. That's the truth. I learned that myself.
That's facts, because you're not even valuing you. Right? You don't value enough to pour into you. Like,
exactly.
How can somebody else value you enough to pour into them? It ain't gonna work. I know some of my content impact people are on this thing, and none of y'all jumped on this. Somebody better send a request in. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Somebody better send a request. Like, the number one thing I'd say is, when you got an opportunity to jump on people's platforms, you better jump on, and you better not make no excuses. You never know who
Right.
can hear you today or who needs you today, and you don't know what happens when we repurpose this stuff. So you need to jump on,
Exactly.
man. Every time I get an opportunity, I jump on. I ain't gonna lie, I don't be scared.
Me too.
I go to
Listen,
people events, take over.
every time I'm in the room, you want to know Crystal Durham got a question. Crystal Durham, because I say, oh, I'm Crystal R. Durham, the go-to for all things nonprofit. And my question is,
Miss Mitchell, send a request to jump on.
and my question is, come on,
yeah.
where's these questions at? Because when you talk about, we're talking about making an impact in your community, right? Or in your business, whatever you're going to do, is you're changing somebody else's life. And so when you get into a room or you get an opportunity to ask a question and you don't, and I heard this from my mentor, Neil, he said, when you get into a room and you don't ask a question, you have just lost money on your business. You have just lost a deal that could have came to you by opening your mouth and saying something in that room. So every time I'm in my room, I don't care. I was on the call. I just did 25,000. I was in that call and it was guys speaking up. I'm like, excuse me, Crystal. He's like, I hear a woman. Yes, Crystal Durham here. Crystal Durham. Yeah, I got something to say. And I took over because I'm paid to get in that room. You're going to know that I'm in that room. And when I leave that room, somebody going to come to me, say something to me, ask me a question, and somebody going to do business with me. Because why? I decided to speak up.
I love it.
So if you're on this call, speak up. Let's go.
No, Miss Mitchell, send a video request so you can jump on. Like, let me see. I'm going to see if I could send you one myself.
I think she got to literally request it.
Yeah. Jump on so you can. Let me see. Somebody else. Okay, Portia, you let me see if hers come in, then I'll bring you in next, Portia. But yeah,
I think you can. Hi.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Hey Dontel. Dontel has been working on me to get in front of this camera because I'm camera shy.
Get in front of the camera, man. Let's go.
So, how are you guys doing? Thank you for sharing what you're doing. I think it's amazing. With both of you guys creating impact, I think that's very important.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So my question is, so we have a medical weight loss business and we do it from a functional medicine standpoint. So obesity is that's the real pandemic, I think. And so we do encounter some clients that may have trouble paying for the services because we're cash-based, and that's by design so we could take the necessary time to take care of our patients' needs. But creating a nonprofit is one of the things that we aspire to do. So I wanted to know, like in that realm, I'm here in Texas. So what are your thoughts on that? Because it would be something, I have some thoughts on it, but how to get started with it.
Definitely. I just was on a call with a young lady who has a medical facility, the same thing as you do. And she had some people who could not afford her services. So she is starting her nonprofit. So what you want to do is keep your for-profit, start your nonprofit, right? And you can get people to sponsor the services for the people that can't afford it. So you can say, hey, for this person to come in, let's say if you're a dentist, to get a root canal, it's $198. We're helping low-income families who don't have it, and you can get people to sponsor the fees, the pay for that. So I want you to think about this. Just because it's a nonprofit don't mean they don't pay. You will just get people to sponsor it, and people love to sponsor because it's a tax write-off for them. Okay. So when they can say, when you can go to them, I set up a nonprofit for a dentist industry in California, and they were serving a homeless population. But now they have their nonprofit, they get grants, and they have a mobile vehicle that goes out into the community where they got dentistries that they pay, dentist people that they pay to serve the community. They still get paid. So having the nonprofit with your for-profit is going to be amazing because now you're able to serve those people and still get the fees for it.
Awesome.
And in some instances, you can also charge Medicaid to that.
Okay, I literally just got off the phone with the young lady asking me about coming down south of Houston because there's populations of people in the rural area that need services and there's no one to take care of them.
Yes.
Okay.
So get that nonprofit. Go ahead and DM me. Let's go. And you come into that right time.
Thank you.
Because we're on here, with Dante, you get 50% off. So when you DM me, we'll send you the code so that we can get you started. And I love it. I love it. More dentists, more doctors need to do this. My first one was the lady I talked to last night who just joined the Impact Circle. And I was floored because I'm like, if so many dentists, doctor's office, lawyers will have this nonprofit attached, they'll be able to serve more people because people are looking to give away money, but they don't know that you have these services that you can provide that they can pay you to service the people.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I will definitely DM you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Dante.
Thank you,
Crystal.
You're welcome. And no more being shy. Let's go.
Yeah.
I know. I'm tired. I gotta come out of the shyness.
That's it. I used to be shy though.
Really?
If my teacher would say, why you late, I start crying. I would just start crying. I never talked to adults. I was very, very shy. Very shy.
Shy is a lie.
I know.
Shy
I'm
is
not
a lie.
shy though. I just don't like to be in front of the camera. I'll talk. I'm a little bit probably.
And you're
more
so
introverted.
beautiful.
You're
so beautiful. Get in that
Thank
camera. We're gonna make her go live.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye-bye.
And so Portia is next. What is Cherie saying?
DeAndre then Portia.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yo!
Hey.
Hello!
What happened to the request? Okay, they got me in here. How y'all doing?
We doing good. What's up?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Dre. I got a nonprofit called the Centric Look Good, Feel Good organization. So what we do is we go out to schools in the Fulton County area, and we give out free haircuts to kids that can't afford us. And we cut hair for the immobilized people that have injuries or sicknesses, and they need the haircuts for free. So we would love your support, but we're looking just to organize it and make it bigger than what it is.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Listen, you right in my place. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Fulton County.
Okay, so we got an event actually coming up with Tri-Cities and Streets 94.5. I hope I can get your support because, you know, I've been funding everything on my own, and we really just want to just show people how you can change lives and impact people with a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Even going out, when I cut hair with the homeless, on a bad day or a good day, you can change your perception just with a haircut. So that's why I go with
exactly.
Look good, feel good.
Well, we're going to stop it from coming out your pocket. Did you not hear me?
I heard you. I've been tapped in the whole time. We in the barbershop. We live in the barbershop. My man's getting a haircut right now. We're not playing.
I love it.
You ain't coming out your pocket no more. Go ahead and DM me.
I will.
Let's go.
All right, Dre.
Yes, sir.
All right, Dre, I got you.
Dre, my barber. Like, I got to see you this week. That's why I got my hood on. You know, I'm looking
Dre,
right
your barber?
Yeah.
He in Fulton County.
That's always work with me on scaling the business. So, you know, I have 3 organizers right now. And it's crazy what you said because my story was a little bit like yours. I got to redo my board. You know what I'm saying? I put people on my board that really wasn't in the mission to serve. So I was listening this whole call.
Listen, Dante. Listen, I can say Dante. But listen, I got you. Let's go. And over this last quarter, nothing but men have joined the Impact Circle and started their nonprofit. Okay. I was like, this is amazing because we're up here getting the girls ready, you know, to accept these good gentlemen. But if we ain't got men who out here helping these men become men, they're not going to get these good men. And so now for a lot of men that are stepping up and starting nonprofit, I'm telling you, it's a movement. If you ain't got a nonprofit, you ain't impacting.
Oh, I'm telling you. 501 organized. I like the gems you dropping, so I will be in that boot camp.
Awesome. Yeah, let's go.
All right, Portia, what's up?
All right. Good evening. Good evening, Crystal.
Portia.
Hello. Good evening. Listen, it was.
I love your shirt. Let me.
Being a creative took on a whole new mindset, right?
That's it.
And no, seriously, I might be sending in a video But so Crystal, thank you so much. And this has been one of my challenges too, was just trying to figure out how to navigate between the for-profit and the nonprofit business. My passion is truly in my nonprofit. So I have a
Yes.
nonprofit organization called Covenant Lives Healing Heart Agency Incorporated. And what we do is we provide advocacy and support for the pregnancy loss community. We service the whole family, not just the mom. And the for-profit business is our coaching consultant business. And it was like, how do I, like you said, having that mind frame that nonprofit, it means no profit. But I do understand, the opportunity to have the for-profit pay the nonprofit, and you just open up a new door with the sponsor service fees. Because
Yes.
as we're developing the content for my business, it was, how do I still have my price be the price, but present it in a way that it doesn't come at that cost for the family. But now I understand having those fees sponsored. So you answered the question, but the main thing was the mindset, right? So for us is to have our families go from that mindset. Once they experience, they have the physical or intellectual, spiritual, emotional experience to take them to the level of evolution. After they champion, after they overcome. So Dontel's teaching us the levels to keep them in that cycle. So that is, I'm looking forward to your circle, because especially for the tax exempt status. Like I have a 501c3, but I don't have the tax exempt status attached to it yet, and I know that is needed to truly have these.
So you don't. Okay, so you have the nonprofit, but you don't have the 501c3 tax exempt.
I have the 501c3. I do have the 501c3, but I don't have the actual tax exempt stamp. So in the state of Pennsylvania, no, that's what I'm telling you. In the state of Pennsylvania, like, you can register a nonprofit. I have the 501c3, and I can show you the documents. But the tax to file as a tax exempt, it's a separate step.
It's a separate thing. What you did was you register in your state as a nonprofit, and that's what you have to do in the beginning. But the 501c3 tax exempt is through the IRS. Okay. So that's what you don't have. That's what you need to get. And without that, you're not going to be able to get all these other services.
Okay.
The grants, the funding, being able to get the tax write-off. So that's what we do for you. We'll bring you into the circle. We'll do your 501c3, all your paperwork. We'll help you build your board. We'll help you structure to operate, and we'll get you to the funding. That's what the circle does. So we do all of the paperwork. We're 100% approval. So the great thing about it is you already have it registered. So all we got to do now is go ahead and do your paperwork for you. It's like 45 to 50 pages. But listen, we know the language will get you approved.
All right.
So how long do it take us to get a grant now? How long that take?
Because and because you came on the call, you'll get a 50% off, right? So we'll just DM me and we'll send you the code to put in to get the 50% off. So yes, let's get you going. And then inside the group, I can get more in detail how to structure everything so that you're able to take the tax break. You're able to know how to fund your business and your nonprofit organization.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Portia.
All right. Thank you, Portia. I love that name. You don't hear a lot of Portias.
Unique, one of a kind.
Yes, that's
Portia, it. Portia is a star.
Yes.
Great.
Hello.
Wednesday. Blessings, King and Queen. Hi there.
Hi.
So, when y'all was saying opportunity, you got to hop on. I'm like, let me hop on. I'm so thankful and grateful to be here tonight. I am with the content community. Dontel has poured into us so much. I just kind of redid my home office. I just want to show y'all a little something, you know.
Okay.
Okay. I see it.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Dontel Act of Belief Award presented to Nina Ross Hawthorne for taking the courage to believe in yourself.
That's it. That's it. That's it. You know, Dontel, great minds think alike. When they come through the circle after their 501c3 is approved, but they did the roadmap, give them a award, a certificate, and they get a corporate book. So we get their corporate books all scheduled with their stamp on and everything. So I love that. Great minds think alike. But you see how proud she was to show me that?
And then they get these. When they get to this level, they get these. It's the Impact Award. They get one of these.
Yes.
Or they get one of these.
The plaque again. Come on.
Yeah, like, so,
yes,
so,
Dante.
Yes. See, it's levels to impact, and we don't just say, "Oh, we're gonna impact." No, this is the Impact Award. You get this when you impact over 500 people. You get this when you impact over 1,000 people.
Come on,
see,
let's
we push
go.
people to serve.
Do you see this? Oh my!
Yes, and you gotta get the testimonies from the people's them. You know.
Yeah,
exactly.
We don't have a lot of time, but it was the letter for me. Yeah. Like it's so deep. It's so like it just makes you feel good about yourself and making a conscious decision to do better and do right. And I just to share a couple of the people that's in the community with me. I just happen to have this handy the work. Shout out to King Dontel, that's been putting in work, he and Gabby, you know, pouring out love and just levels and teach different things. But nevertheless, I am I'm a comedic actress and I sell supplements, like vitamins and supplements. I'm in between two companies, but my logo is Lovejoy Enterprises. Okay, so it's a clothing line. And so the thought is we spread joy through our clothing, our apparel. And then also do give back and have my children, I have donated like 50 bags of food and water. We done been to Skid Row, you know, on purpose and on accident, you know. So yeah, you caught that, Queen. Yeah, you know what I mean. I moved here from Milwaukee, and it was, make a long story short, the landlord robbed me for my security deposit because I wouldn't whatever, and then I called 211. I had $7,000 to my name, and I'm a social worker. I'm a teacher, social worker as well, right? So y'all, I'm like, I'm not finna. We not mom, me, my mom, and my two daughters. We're not gonna stay in this hotel until this 7 racks gone. We dropped $2,300 on the house in Granada Hills. They changed the locks. We didn't get it. Plan B, we're going to go to a shelter.
Yeah.
Go seek and he shall find. So make a long story short, I'm so thankful and so grateful. I know God has had us go there for a reason. And it was church down there. Several prophets has prophesied to me about helping in women in ministry. You know? So I'm just thankful to have this outlet. So some people might be like, hey, are you active with TLC or PLC? Are you active with them? Are you active with that? I'm active with the Lord and I'm doing his work right now.
Yes, that's it.
And the connection is the new currency and collaborations. And it's about timing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? So
that's it.
So when Dontel is like, okay, when I come on your show, I have my podcast, Tell All Tuesdays and Thursdays on Instagram, right, live. And it's been going really well. And so Dontel's supposed to appear. Actually, I can hold you to it. Tomorrow's Thursday, so pull up on me.
So let's get back to this nonprofit you want to do.
Okay, I have the clothing line and the nonprofit because we give, but I don't have my 501c3 here because I did nonprofit in Milwaukee, but I haven't did it in Los Angeles.
Okay. So you have it registered in your state, in another state, but you want to register it there and then have it as a 501c3.
Please, yes.
Okay, got you. Let's do this because, like you said, God don't take us through a journey just to be going through. He took you through that for a reason. And a lot of times when we go through shelters or we went through a certain type of abuse, we know exactly what the individual need to get out. You know what they need. What did I need when I went to that shelter? If someone came up and walked up to me and say, what do you need? Because you had the money, right?
Yeah.
But what else did your family need in that moment? And being able to go back and say, you know what? God got me out of it. I'm going to now help somebody. That's what Dante's talking about. Impact. We're talking about impact. And now they brought you out. Now you got your own business. When I say, why are we not fulfilling purpose? Why we're not operating in our purpose and making an impact just like we were impact, right? So whether even in the place, so sometimes I went to a shelter. I was running away from being a domestic relationship, right? It was a domestic relationship. So I packed my daughter up. We went, and my son, and I went to the shelter. And I got in there. The lady fed us, gave us some food. They went in the bed, make talk. We sat there for a couple hours. They came out and they said to me, "You don't look like you were in an abusive relationship. So you don't have any bruises. You don't have your kids look presentable. So you're gonna have to leave." They put me out 8 o'clock that night. Me and my daughter and my son, we drove around in my car until they fell asleep. And then I went and slept on neighbors, somebody's house the next day. But, so I know what I needed in that moment. I didn't need to be judged because I didn't look like, I didn't have a black eye. I didn't have a broken arm. I said I was in an abusive relationship. I'm being threatened. I'm being hurt. Why couldn't you help me? So I know that what a woman would need. So you know how you felt in that moment, right? And you know when a woman comes to you, you're going to be able, I know exactly how you feel. Let me go ahead and get her situated. Let me take her and put her over here. Listen, sis, let's go.
And
that's all I got to say.
Real, honey, because I did survive 7 years of Hurricane RJ, honey.
Let's go.
I'm going to stop Nina Ross because she'll go all night, y'all. And I see what was in your hand, Nina Ross. Good job. I seen that, what you had in your hand.
Oh, come on. Come on.
You got yours. I sent everybody in my community an ounce of silver for the holidays. Nina Ross got hers. I see that, Nina Ross.
Listen, Nina.
A lot of people didn't get them, Queen. A lot of people got stolen by the temporary postal workers.
Yes.
Crazy.
Listen, Nina.
Reach out to Nina Ross. I'm about to let you go, Nina, because we got to get her off of here.
Yeah.
We're taking up way more time.
All right. Bye-bye, sis. Go ahead and DM me. DM the word 50% off. DM the word 50% off.
I love Nina. Well, her energy is amazing.
Yes, I have one of those.
I love it. All right, so first of all, we want to gratefully thank you for your time. Thank you for your knowledge, your energy, your information, for service, for making a difference, And so I don't want to take up no more of your time, Queen. I am beyond grateful. Me and
it
Dante,
was amazing.
Me and Dante. We grateful.
Listen, this was amazing. This was amazing. And listen, if you want me to pop up, come down to your boot camp, share some light, just let me know. Yeah. I'm there. Whatever 100%. You need, I'm there. Let's go.
Just let me know. Just let me know what date you want me to pop into your community, and I'm there.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Queen, for pouring into the people. Thank Reed. Thank everybody. Thank you. Everything that you're doing, your whole team, and just keep serving, Queen. I love seeing your growth. I love seeing where you're going. And I just want to say, congratulations.
Thank you so much.